Welcome to episode 9 of Teedoffdad. I'm going to have a change this week. I'm not going to do my normal, this is Teedoffdad, a new podcast. We're going to lose that really this week and go straight into HS2 is being built all the way up to near enough where I live, and part of the route goes through a parkland golf course called Whittington Heath. Now there's lots of farms, lots of businesses that have all taken the option that HS2's coming through, let's sell up, let's let them have the land and we'll give up the business, we'll sell up, we'll move on to new and brighter things. Now Whittington Heath Golf Club falls directly, if you, for example, to split it exactly in half, HS2 goes right through the centre, splits it into two. Now, Whittington Heath has been in Staffordshire for numerous years. I'm talking, maybe wrong, 100 years maybe. So it's a really well established, it's a popular golf club. HS2 comes along, decides the path goes right through the golf club. Now the golf club have two options. Number one, do as a lot of farmers have done, sell up, move on, do something different. Or, as Whittington Heath have done, they have looked at the line of HS2, looked at what it disturbs in the current golf course, and gone back to HS2 and say, I have a deal for you. I'm willing to sell you that section of land through our golf course on the proviso that you give us, or you source us, equal land next to where our current course is, so that we can relocate the 4 or 5 holes that will be lost due to the line of HS2. And while you're at it, can we have a tunnel or a culvert underneath HS2 to enable us to get from one side of the golf course to the other? Now, to me, that's genius. That is sticking up for themselves and doing what's best for what they believe themselves as a golf club, their members, the game of golf, and also the countryside, because a golf course is well maintained. It shouldn't be a blight on the landscape, should work in naturally. So I'm chuffed to bits that they kept the course running and did that deal. I think one of the big bonuses that they did have is the building of HS2. The plan is they focus on either tunnels or overbridges, get them built, and then towards the end of the project they will run the main line through from London all the way up to just north of Lichfield in Staffordshire, which gives the golf course then the opportunity to cultivate the area of land that they've been given as part of the kind of the relocation package, or the part relocation package. Take that land, cultivate it, create it into golf holes in keeping with the remainder of the club, and then by the time HS2 come to actually put in the rail through, they will be well established, grass grown, trees, hedges, rough will all be mature enough that they can then create the new line for the golf course. All of that, I think that was genius by the golf club, and I'm looking forward to playing there hopefully this year, because I've driven past it a few times, driven along the road adjacent, and it does look a really nice golf club. Now, following on from things that are tough and things that are hard, I had a session at driving golf. So my plan was do some yardage checks, get it all onto Trackman, just understand what I'm hitting, So I did, was it the 5 or 6 shots? I'll talk about that later. So I've done my 5 or 6 shots. So I decided to play. In the remaining time, I think I've got half an hour. I thought I'd try and get through 9 holes. I chose, didn't look to be a long course. Now I can't remember if it was Singapore or China or Japan. It was on that side of the world. Generally started playing well, bogeys, pars. I know you're in the simulator, so it's not representative, but it was nice to have a bit of a play that way. And then I've never, you see, by the fact that I'm kind of stuttering and spluttering, I just think I had an absolute nightmare. There's one hole, excuse me, and I swear the green is literally an upturned bowl. I'm 58 yards? 28 yards away, sorry. So I've hit it's up a par 4. I've launched my 4-iron off the tee because still unable to hit anything relatively like a wood. 4-iron off the tee. I should have known when I launched a 9-iron to the green, hit the front of the green and roll back 20 yards. Now I just thought, kind of false front, it'll be fine. So I'm 22 yards away. I get my 60-degree lob wedge out because it's uphill, need a bit of loft on this. I'm not at the standard that I've seen at the weekend of, bounce it into the hill a couple of times and then it'll roll over the top. No, that's not me. I thought 60-degree up in the air, land it somewhere within 10 feet of the hole, I'll be chuffed. So 22 yards away, and Trackman tells me I hit a 56-yard shot from 22 yards away. Mainly because I flew the flag by about 5 yards, and I didn't realise, as I said, it was an upturned bowl, and it ran another 20-odd yards down the other side to behind the green. I'm thinking, oh well, now I know. I'll be a little bit more careful with my next one. Again, set the ball up, line the ball up, coming back from where I've come from, 28 yards away, I hit another 56-yard shot. Landed on the green, but caught the other ridge, and I would assume if I was on a real course, I'd have been about a yard away from the little disturbed ground where I hit my first shot. So I'm from 22 yards away after 2 on a par 4. I'm now hitting my 5th, having hit now, I'm over nearly 500 yards in distance on a nearly 400 yard hole. So this time I'm thinking, I can't go long again. Again, this time I've got 23 yards away, and I managed to stick it on the green this time. And then in the simulator, it gave me a 2-putt from where I was. And just that hole, there's been a couple, I know I played at the Belfry. I think there's one, can't remember where it was, but that if you hit that wrong, you were 30 miles away. I think it's on the PGA National course at the Belfry, and that had one of those. And on a summer's warm, dry day, you were lucky not to catch it. But this, even in the simulator, I don't know. But I suppose what came out of this is growth, because maybe 1 or 2 years ago that could have broken me. I could have just wanted to pack up and leave. I could have got the ump and thrown my club or just smashed balls. But no, it kind of got me got me double or triple bogey, whatever it was, walked off onto the next one. Fortunately, I think the next one was a par 3, so I was able to just steady it down, 8 iron, probably 20 yards away from the flag on the edge of the green. Whereas, if I'd have had that shot after that, it'd have been running through my head. And I'd say it's still in there, obviously, because I'm talking about it now, about 6 weeks after it happened. But I think growth from me is I managed to park it. It's not there. It's been, it's gone. You can't affect it anymore. Let's move on and try and do better on the next one. But I was quite pleased. Through adversity, I was pleasantly surprised with my attitude and how I went about it. And that, for me, was one of the things I took away from that. I'd done my yardages, and I took away that mentally I am in far better place than I was 2 years ago. And I think a lot of that is through playing golf with friends, and just that whole, you play, and if somebody doesn't hit it, you got to hit it, that type of, just like the banter and the playing around, and just not taking it too seriously, and be mentally understanding that these things happen. And having seen professional golf, these things do happen. I think I saw Bryson DeChambeau the other day, went to chip onto the green, but the outcome was wildly different to mine, but went to chip on again. I think it was a kind of a run-off side. Went to chip on, hit the top of the bank, the ball kind of stopped in its tracks and rolled back down to his feet. But granted, he then holed the next chip. He got it the extra yard it needed to be, and it rolled in. But it was not pleasing to see. But it kind of puts your mind at ease that these things happen. It's not just me. It's not just because I have my bad moments. It is golf. It's the unpredictability of golf. But I think next time I go to drive-in or any Trackman simulator, I will be going nowhere near that course. I don't want a repeat of that. I need to remember what it was now to stay away. No, my luck. I'll go, choose it, and we'll be hitting 155 yards worth of chips from 22 yards away, which still sounds ever so wrong when I say it that way. Just a little bit of detail on the hardest hole. Sweetens Cove Golf Club. At that point, I was 7 over after 5. I'd hit 3 out of 4 fairways. I was driving between 200 and 227 with my 4 iron. Hit no greens in regulation, surprisingly. I do like this Trackman. It's really detailed. Just there's so much you can do with it. I don't think there's any excuse to not know what you hit nowadays. Just going back to the map my bag, and that's what I was saying. So 5 or 6 shots I did on each one. Just driver, average carry 209 yards, but none of them went straight. 5 wood, average 140 yards. Just, I don't know what's going on with those two. 4 iron, average carry 219. I was pleased with that. 5 iron, average carry 200. 6 iron, average carry 185. I think I had a blinder with me 7 iron. I don't know what happened, but average carry just under 180 with me 7 iron. 8 iron 152, 9 iron 143, pitching wedge 129. And I seem to have Oh no, wrong way. My 48 degree 117, my sand wedge me 54 96, and my lob wedge 80. So I'm really chuffed that distance wise I've got a reasonable gap in, apart from his 7 iron, which I think I have no idea what was going on, but generally I was pleased that the gap in of what I did, I know out on a golf course, I know roughly I've spent time tuning in, so I know whatever distance I am, I think I have a shot at getting there. So no, consistency wise I've been better, but generally chuffed to bits. Without really aiming to do it, it's naturally got, because what have I got there? I've got 16 yards, 20 yards, 13 yards, 13 yards, 10 yards, 20 yards, 15 yards, 15 yards, 19 yards. So I've got a decent run between those, decent yardage, that wherever I am on the course, wherever I'm trying to hit, I now know with a decent amount of certainty, on the proviso that I actually hit it, don't top it or don't shank it or don't slice it, I know how far it's going to go. I'd got the normalise on with the balls indoor and the site itself, so no, I just need to carry on. I just need to get rid of the stupid shots and the ones where I don't follow through. For example, bunkers are my biggest, and the hardest thing for me is I know what you've got to do, but when you're in a bunker, you know, or I know, you've got to swing through the ball, but knowing it and doing it often are two completely different things. And I even commented on somebody on TikTok the other day. They were in a bunker, ball sat nicely, and I saw their swing. They basically swung back, and then as they got towards the vertical with the club, you could see the deceleration, and the club only went a foot to 2 feet past the ball forwards, and then you saw the ball come out, hit the lip, and roll back down. And to me, that's instant. I know that if that person accelerates through, there's a chance that ball, providing you don't thin it, which again is another joy of playing golf, there's more chance if you commit to it and follow through that swing, through the ball, bring the club up, there is a good chance that that ball would have landed on the green, on the putting surface. But that's another big thing for me, is just do what's in my head. I know what to do, just do it. Just concentrate. Don't worry about it. What will be, will be. Just play your shots. Kind of goes back to don't try and overhit it. The old saying of let the club do the work has never been truer. Swing that club, let it swing through, and you will see what shots you can perform. You try too hard, you get out of sync, your arms and your hands aren't in the right places, and things go haywire. And that's, again, tempo. Goes back to something a couple of episodes ago, a pre-start routine, a pre-shot routine. What do I need to do? Be consistent. If I need a practice swing, to then settle down, do a bit of a wiggle if need be, and then hit the ball. Try not to overthink it, and just try and do the same things over and over again, so that every time I step up to the ball, I know I'm going to step up, I'm going to do a practice swing, I'm going to set up to the ball, I'm going to look at my direction, look at my target. I don't know why, but I just end up doing some strange kind of wiggle, and then hit it. Simple as that. I don't know why I overcomplicate it. Moving on to an update on episode 8 and the golf trip, I'm proud to announce second part of the deposits are paid and we're off to North Wales. We're off to Llandudno. There's currently between 8 or 10 of us. We've still got a couple of undecideds, but there's 8 of us from work and associated companies. We are going to go for it. We're doing a Friday afternoon, Saturday afternoon and Sunday morning golf trip. We are going to Llandudno with hotels booked. The 3 rounds are booked. We're going to play in this order because I think it works pretty well. We're going to play North Wales on the Friday. Looks a really nice club with a few holes that run right up to the sea edge. The Saturday we'll play Ros-on-Sea. I think it's that. My pronunciation of Welsh places, towns is not up to it. But again, I think there's 3 holes there near the sea. I think looking at the 2 of them look really nice. And then hopefully it suits us all. We're going to play Abergele on the way home. We'll have done the Friday night, Saturday night in Llandudno. Hopefully everybody's in a fit state Sunday morning. I think we tee off at about 10 or 11. We're then, as it's coming back towards England from Llandudno, we'll play Abergele basically on the way home. Got a few prizes at the minute for a bit of a presentation at the end of the day. So between now and June I'm on the hunt for kind of golf related prizes. I've got my first one, which is a Mizuno wedge that somebody's taken the shaft out and put a bottle opener in it, which I thought was pretty funky. Now, I couldn't decide if that was going to be a prize for somebody who lost to drown their sorrows or for somebody who's won to celebrate with. We'll see what other prizes we come. I've also been storing for a while a 3-pack of golf club pens still in the wrapper, so that is another prize that will be there. So depending on who's coming along, we will be trying to rope people in for prizes and such forth. But I'm chuffed. The second deposit's paid and we're off to Wales in June. So in keeping with my change to the start of this episode, I'm going to do an end just to say thank you for everybody that's listening, has listened, the feedback I've had. I'm really appreciative that people took the time out of their lives or just use me as accompaniment for a journey. But no, I appreciate everybody that's listened. I'd just like to give a shout out to For the Boys Golf Society. They're on Instagram, they're on YouTube and they're on TikTok. The lads that are in that group seem a really nice group of lads, and long may it continue. And I think, I say, the final message from me is, please, if you're feeling in the dumps, if you're feeling down, if you're struggling, just talk to somebody. You don't even have to go into the nth degree of detail. Just talking about things, it does help. I know people say sharing's caring, but it is. Just talk about it. Don't suffer in silence. Thank you again for everybody that's listened. I'm trying to start a new Instagram, Teedoffdad on Instagram. So I've now got it on TikTok and Instagram, Teedoffdad. To be honest, some people prefer Instagram, some people prefer TikTok. So I'll be posting the same things on both to a degree. But please feel free to reach out, talk to me, message me if you've got no one to talk to and you just feel like you need to just vent at somebody. My DMs are open. Just don't suffer in silence. And on that note, I'm going to go and deal with 2 children that are shouting at each other. They should know better at 14 and 16, and a barking dog. So this has been Teedoffdad. Thank you for listening, and I'll be back in a few weeks' time to talk more golf-based gibberish.